Hello, and welcome to Truth Talk. There are moments in life that don't feel like moments at all. They feel like thresholds, doorways, spiritual intersections where two paths collide, not by accident, but by design. This is one of those stories. A story about what happens when one of the most intuitively dangerous empaths crosses paths with the most toxic covert narcissist. Not dangerous because they harm. Dangerous because they see. Dangerous because they feel. Dangerous because they carry light that has survived its own darkness. And the narcissist, well, they arrived the way they usually always do. Perfect charm, perfect confidence, perfect illusions. A walking hologram of everything you ever wanted and nothing you actually needed. They approached like a sunrise, but carried the intentions of a blackout. They believed they had found yet another easy soul to control, another heart to drain, another mind to twist, another spirit to dim. But this time, they didn't meet a victim. They met someone different, someone rare, someone God-forged. They met a dark empath. Not dark as in evil, dark as in depth, dark as in shadow integrated, dark as in someone who has walked through hell and came back with the map. Someone whose intuition is sharper than manipulation. Someone who feels emotions deeply, but also sees the truth behind them. Someone who doesn't break under pressure, but studies the storm until they understand its source. Someone who has been through enough pain to recognize the scent of spiritual danger long before the first red flag waves. The narcissist didn't know this, of course. They never do. They only saw the empath's softness, not the steel beneath it. They saw the compassion, not the discernment. They saw the light, not the shadows that taught it how to shine. And so the dance began. A dance as old as human ego. A dance as ancient as spiritual warfare. A dance where one partner leads with illusion and the other leads with intuition. The covert narcissist stepped forward with their usual choreography. Love bombing, future faking, mirroring, charm that feels like destiny. They spoke in promises. They moved in fantasies. They performed sincerity with the precision of a seasoned actor. And for a moment, just a moment, the empath watched. Not because they were fooled, but because they were studying. Empaths don't fall fast. They observe. They absorb. They listen to the energy behind the words. And the energy here was all wrong. It was sweet on the surface and sour underneath. It was warm in tone and cold in intention. It was light in appearance and hollow in spirit. The empath felt it. Not in the mind, in the body, in the intuition, in the soul. But instead of running, they stayed still. Stillness is a power covert narcissist never expect. Stillness is where truth reveals itself. As the narcissist continued their performance, as covert as a covert narcissist can be, the empath began to see the cracks. The smile that didn't reach the eyes. The compliments that felt rehearsed. The stories that shifted depending on the audience. The empathy that was mimicked, not lived. The empath didn't confront it. They didn't accuse. They didn't expose. They simply watched. And watching is the one thing neither a covert narcissist or a narcissist cannot survive. Because watching turns their magic tricks into cheap illusions. Watching turns their manipulation into predictable patterns. Watching turns their power into transparency. And transparency is the death of deception. But here's the part the covert narcissist never understood. The empath wasn't just watching them. The empath was watching themselves. Watching how their body reacted. Watching how their spirit tightened. Watching how their intuition whispered, "This is not what it seems." This is the moment the story shifts. Not when the narcissist or the covert narcissist reveal themselves, but when the empath recognizes the pattern. Because once an empath sees the pattern, the spell breaks. And once the spell breaks, the covert narcissist loses control. But we're not there yet. Not quite. Because before the awakening comes the unraveling. Before the clarity comes the confusion. Before the empowerment comes the spiritual tension. Between what is seen and what is felt. And this is where the first part ends. At the threshold. At the moment before the storm. At the moment where the empath stands still and the covert narcissist makes stillness and mistakes it for weakness. But stillness is preparation. Stillness is awareness. Stillness is the gathering of spiritual strength before the awakening begins. Thank you for listening to Truth Talk. I'll see you in the next episode, where the awakening begins. Until then, respect your body. Be kind to your mind, and let your spirit soar free. I'm Lindsay, your certified clinical hypnotherapist and certified hypnosis instructor, and you can schedule your session on Psychology Today under Coastal Counseling, or you can visit our website and purchase your package directly at www.truthtalk.com.